Salutations everyone, and welcome to another episode of Brainy Previews. In this episode, we'll be previewing the game Cultist Simulator by Alexis Kennedy, noted for being one of the founders of Fail Better Games, which created Fallen London and Sunless Sea. Cultist Simulator is a game about eldritch power, and a person's descent from relative normality into much darker designs. However, it's currently in its alpha, and is up on Kickstarter for about another week. I just wanted to do a let's look at video, a preview video, whatever anyone else would decide to call it. I just wanted to take a look at it, because I feel as if it deserves a little bit more attention. That, and I always like the idea of being some cultist to an eldritch deity. Anyway, let's take a good long look at the game right now by starting up a game, which is the only way to get access to the music in the options menu. As I said, this is a very rough game, and what's out right now is what is effectively a prototype. Anyone who has access to it has the freedom to download it. In fact, when I was informed of the Kickstarter, decided to download the game and just toss my own support in with this thing and make a small video on it. As such, I was just interested. Now, unfortunately, because this is a prototype, there's not many options available. Currently, the only option right now is the ability to turn the music on and off, because I'm not the greatest at commentating on a game at the same time as I listen to music. I'm going to have it off for the majority of this, but rest assured the music actually fits and is not the same track. It actually does cycle through several different music tracks that they have available in this alpha state. Now, the primary point of gameplay here is to take your minimal resources right now and combine them, or not combine them all the time, process, combine them, mess with them in such a way through these actions, working and dreaming, simply letting time pass. Take these resources and eventually convert it into summoning an eldritch deity, becoming one with the arcane, or perhaps just simply having a normal life as some big head honcho clerk at Glover and Glover. Or Clover and Clover. I need to take a look. I never could get a hand on if that was a C or a G. But we'll get started. So as you see, I could take these resources and process them through this in order to get some result. But a lot of the game is merely experimentation, trying to find new combinations of things that would grant you access to further resources for you to continue to fund your expedition into the arcane. However, that's really all there is. Eventually, other events will start popping up, like the authorities will start investigating because they have an idea that you're up to some shady, no-good business that could bring a lot of harm to your peers, or maybe summon an eldritch deity, who knows. Other cultists might take note, although in my completion of the alpha, I have not seen anything of this sort, and looking online, it doesn't seem like that's been fully implemented yet. But for the playable alpha, it's interesting, to say the least. Oh, I can't just apply health to it. That makes me sad. Fine. I'll explore. Early on, the game runs a bit like Sunless Sea, in that future playthroughs can be affected by previous ones. Things that you've achieved during previous playthroughs can catch up in a somewhat unbroken legacy. Something always carries forward, but it operates like a roguelike in that you have one run, don't screw it up. If you do, you always have someone else to take up the reins later, while being set behind. Now, because the game's primary draw is writing and story, I will not spoil anything that you could see here. Although you can see a lot of actions I'm performing. Oh, hi there. That was quite loud. a lot of things here don't really have a lot of... Oh, hi there. Hang on, I'm curious. Oh, pleasant day, okay. And sickness. That's the first time I've seen this many random events happen at once. Oh my god. Okay. Well, things can happen really fast, if you couldn't tell. So I'm just going to pause it one last time before I start trying to play the game to completion again, of which there's one way to do it. It's a little off the beaten path. Sorry, one way to complete the game Eldritch-wise, non-Eldritch, and then just failing the game. 2 ways to fail the game, sorry. But if you happen to be interested in such, I'll leave a link in the description below to both the Kickstarter and the download link. So that if you're so interested and inclined, you too could take a look at becoming a cultist for one of the myriad entities already present within the game. However, until then, I hope you've all enjoyed watching. This has been BrainBoy20 with an episode of Brainy Previews, and if you feel like you wish to see more of this, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to get notified, basically. What else can I say? I have to advertise. Hope you all enjoyed watching, and I bid you all a farewell. And... I normally try to say something intelligent at the end of this, but I guess I'm just gonna flounder about. Goodbye.